Don't be surprised for the Dallas Cowboys to look back on this 4-12 season and realize it was the biggest blessing in disguise they've ever gotten. Because despite finishing 4-12, you lose your star quarterback and your star receiver in a QB-dominated passing league. There's no way they could have had any success this season losing Romo the way they did. Now, what this 4-12 season does buy them is the 4th overall pick, which is a very rare opportunity to reload with elite talent. And considering that Deshaun Watson, who played a fantastic game against an NFL-caliber Crimson Tide defense that's going to have picks in this draft all over the place, he is not available. And the worst thing that teams do in the NFL is reach for quarterbacks when they have top 5 picks instead of taking elite talent. And the Dallas Cowboys already have an elite quarterback in Tony Romo, but you cannot play around injury history and rush to pick a player. I mean, looking back, that Jerry Jones, who wanted to draft Johnny Manziel, thankfully did not do that, not only that year, but in successive years, and did the smart thing, picked elite offensive linemen, elite impact players, instead of taking the flashy pick. And this is one of those seasons where you can get the flashy defensive end, but do not let the injury history of Tony Romo scare you into drafting a quarterback with this top 5 pick, because there's a rare opportunity to put elite talent on an elite championship roster, and they can make impacts right away, which is a very rare thing. Obviously, in drafts, you can find impactful players later on, but top 5 picks are rare. And it's very rare that a top 5 pick falls to a team that has a loaded roster like this. Now, Romo's going to have a plate put into his shoulder, and maybe they can change things up in the offensive scheme to get a little more quick passing and get a dominant running back, which they could potentially use with their first-round pick, although that's a little bit of a reach. But specifically, maybe their second-round pick, they trade down to the lower end of the first, and they get a big power bruising running back to go behind that offensive line, which is when they had so much success when they had DeMarco Murray. Maybe DeMarco Murray comes back because he's upset with the Eagles. But continue to build with the expectation that Romo is not going to get hurt, because I know that you want to build for the future, but this team is championship caliber, and wasting a top 5 pick on a 2B quarterback when the talent doesn't blow you away, in my opinion, is a little bit of a mistake, because they have a fantastic opportunity to continue to build. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think. This is Abba with All Things Sports, and I'll see you guys later.